on home printer, copier, scanner. I can't imagine anybody really, the quality of the copy is not good.
Motion to dispose.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Disposed.
Thank
This
you.
weekend.
We will
This
find it a
weekend.
new place to reside. A couple of items not on your agenda, if I may share a little information with you. We had received letters of interest for construction engineering services for Veterans Way Phase 2. A small group of us had scored those. The three highest scores, firms with the highest scores were invited to make an oral presentation to us, and we did that. Was that a week ago, Rick? I've lost track of time here. Yeah. And we rescored those. All of the scoring data was submitted to NDOT. They reviewed it and concurred with our determination. The high scoring firm was American Structure Point, who is the designer on that particular project. And we are now entering the negotiation phase with them where we attempt to negotiate an agreement for their services. And the other item I have is our Central Street Sidewalk project. We today received letters of interest for providing engineering and project development services for that project. We received 8 letters of interest, and our same scoring group will review those and score those. We will again invite the 3 highest scores to make oral presentations to us and make a final selection based on that.
That's for engineering, you said?
Yes, project development or preliminary engineering services is the term the state uses.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Chief Bridges.
Good evening.
Evening.
I believe the first thing I have on the agenda is the contract for QPH. Over the past few years, we've been having issues with our heating and cooling system. We brought QPH in here within the past year, and they have been able to find a lot of those errors that we're seeing with our HVAC. I've spoken to the mayor and that about this, and I'm going to propose to the board that beginning January 1 of 2018, that QPH begin a contract with us for inspections and maintenance on our HVAC. They're the ones that installed the system when the PD was first built, and then at some point in time they were relieved and they brought in another contractor, and then like I said, to nobody's fault that I know of in that, but we found that there was some heating elements missing out of the system for years. So that's stuff that we're wanting to get fixed and properly taken care of. So QPH, like I said, they're very well aware of the system and all that, so that's why I'm asking for us to pick them back up as a contract for the police department. So
Is the contract over for the other company, or do you do this annually? You said
actually,
someone else was doing
I
it?
have never found a contract for the other. I think he was just brought on
Oh, okay.
and that, so he will still be doing other stuff with the PD, but just not the HVAC
Oh, okay.
and that.
So you've not had any contract, have you had somebody checking maintenance of this for every monthly for all the time?
Yes.
How does this compare to the previous cost?
It is going to be a little bit more pricier, not by much, but the one thing that we found with the past maintenance is, again, he didn't realize the heating elements were gone and some other issues to where QPH came in and they noticed these issues, so.
So the necessary cost to admit is what you're saying?
Yes.
I make motion to, accept contract.
Second.
Any other questions? All in favor, say aye.
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 Opposed? Okay.
All right, the second thing I have on the agenda, I did write out a brief summary of why I'm asking for backup weapons for the police department. Again, this is something that has been looked at for several years. After looking into where my funds currently sit, we are in position to purchase half of the firearms this year and half next year. It will come out of the Law Enforcement Continuing Ed Fund, which is money that is generated through accident reports, arrests, citations, etc. Also on body cam, if somebody's requesting video or something to that effect, it automatically goes into that Law Enforcement Continuing Ed. Again, I had $35,000 in there at the beginning of the year. I've spent almost $9,000 this year, and with the revenue that we've also gotten through the year, actually we're right at about $34,000. So with the revenue, I've actually only spent, or we've only had a loss of $1,000. So I don't anticipate anything changing with this fund. I know at one time they were talking about getting rid of gun permits and that, but as far as I last heard through the Indiana House, that they are not entertaining that any longer. So gun permits will continue to be having to be paid for and everything, and again, that comes into this fund. So I'm asking for the approval of the purchase of backup weapons this year, not to exceed the cost of $4,500. And again, this year, I still have, as of today, $9,600 left in this account. I am going to be paying for some ammunition, but I've already checked that cost, and it's not going to come close to draining this account, so there is money available this year. And then next year I've already budgeted enough to fund the other 45 to finish purchasing for the next year in January.
Okay, I have a question. You're gonna purchase 10 of these this year. Are you gonna purchase the other 10 after January 1st?
Yes.
So, okay, because
Correct.
I didn't
Yes.
know if you were gonna have to wait,
No.
that you right after January 1st.
Correct.
Because I hate to think that Officer A has an
Right.
extra and Officer
Well,
B
the,
didn't.
the administration will not, we will wait until next year. We'll make sure that we cover the guys on the road as much as possible right now and that, and so, yeah.
Okay, that's what was missing, or maybe that you would. Okay. And I guess I have another question. When an officer carries an extra gun like that, where is, I mean, do
Several
they have-
different places.
I mean, do they have a separate holster? I know in the
Yes.
car, as I read this, you said, you know, with all these attacks on
Right.
officers in a car, they could easily reach it, but I'm thinking, if the gun misfires and he's out,
Mhm.
does he have it with him?
Yes,
Okay.
it'll be on his person.
Okay, that's just what I want to know. I didn't know if.
And they're going to be interchangeable with the patrol duty weapons that we carry now. That way, if there is a malfunction, we can switch to the backup, or we can transition our magazines to our backup if something happens to our duty weapons. So
Okay.
that's one thing we wanted to make sure it's all integrated.
Motion to accept it.
Okay, any other questions? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay.
And the other thing I have, again, this is something that I started last year, and I do have an updated quote that I will pass out. This was sent to me just yesterday from WatchGuard, and that price on these cameras have not changed from last year's price. Pending approval from the council this evening, I'm gonna ask to transfer some money, that way I can outfit 2 more cars with the WatchGuard 4RE. Again, we do have several of these video systems in cars now, but I wanted to hopefully get all of our fleet into that. I did bring in earlier today a pamphlet for each of you explaining what we're putting in the cars, and that just for now and future references and that's just pretty much sums up what this system does and everything. Again, I haven't found a better system out there. We haven't had any problems with these. If we have, I've been able to call tech support in Texas or our local rep, and they've either walked me through on the phone, or the local rep has shown up at our department at no extra cost because these are under warranty. So I guess what the recommendation I'm asking is a purchase of 2 of these this year to put in existing cars, to where the cameras that are in those 2 cars are currently failed and are not working, and those were the old systems. And again, that would be with the approval of me being able to transfer the money this evening with the city council.
And the total of those 2 was up top 532.
Yeah, and that would be times 2.
Okay.
Look,
So we want that. I think
how many,
nowadays,
I'm sorry, go ahead.
I just was gonna say, I think nowadays it's a necessity.
Seems to be. How many old systems do we have left?
I would say 4.
With these 2 plus 2 more, or you?
4 more. And I'm currently looking into grants. I just received, I guess, good but bad news is they're telling me it might be hard for us to receive grants for these cameras because the city is too financially stable. So it's gonna hurt us. But again, we'll continue to keep trying, so.
We haven't been spending money the last 3 months.
Since January, actually, just
January.
for.
Really?
I haven't been in front of you guys since January asking for money.
Yeah.
I know, that's why I was prepared. So yeah, again, we're gonna keep on trying to find grants and stuff, but the new cars that if approved for next year, will have these cameras already quoted in with that system, so.
So I hear a motion to purchase 2 cameras with council accepting the change and transfer of money from areas for $11,000.
I would move approval of the purchase of 2 in-car camera systems.
Okay, here's a second.
Second.
Any other questions? So we have 4 more, and so,
And I'm hoping to have everything outfitted by 2018, hopefully. We'll see.
okay,
So we were able to outfit everything within 3 years.
okay, awesome. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay,
And last is not money, but is a request for interviewing for the position that will be opened up with the new 2018 budget. So whenever is good for the board.
We want to get the interviews in before the holiday, before Christmas, before Thanksgiving.
If we could,
Before Thanksgiving?
if possible, if not, then.
No. Next week, Tuesday and Thursday are bad for me. Monday, Wednesday's good. The following week,
That's Thanksgiving.
it's Thanksgiving, so you,
Wow.
I probably could do Monday or,
Or if we can get it done before the December meeting, if possible.
Well, I'm available next week. You said Monday and Wednesday are good for you. I'm available those 2 days. How are you?
I can make it.
Okay.
So Monday'd be better, but. I can
Monday's
make it.
better for me. I can't make it on any Wednesday this month. bad night.
The week after Thanksgiving, Monday or Tuesday would work for me. I'm out of town Wednesday through Saturday.
So
I'm not
13th
available
too
Tuesday
soon
the
for you to get hold of everyone?
So I'm sorry.
Would the 13th be too soon?
No.
I'm not sure I can be here.
Okay. Well, taking care of that. What about Wednesday the 15th?
Well, Gerald says.
Oh,
he
Gerald,
can't
that's right, I'm
make
sorry.
it Wednesday.
I didn't listen at all.
Monday the 20th?
16th.
Monday 20th,
I mean, that's the week before.
Yeah, I'm wide open.
works?
Does that
Works
work
for me.
Works?
Start at 6, 5:30, 6. You want to go 6? Darryl, what time?
6 is better for me, yes.
Okay, fine, you're saying, I thought something was wrong.
Number 20, 6 P.M.
11, and how many are we interviewing?
One new, but we'll be going off that second, or that other list.
Okay.
And I can update everybody what's going on with that, so.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, Jeff Smith, please.
I'm making a habit of this line, This
I
is,
wasn't gonna say anything.
I'm brought before you pay request number 7. It's for $519,504.84.
Must be making progress,
It's getting bigger.
Higher.
Oh, next month might be even bigger. They poured 450 yards concrete.
Right around 400 combined.
Concrete this last week, so that'll jump it up. And they may have more concrete for them, but yet for the next payout. So.
And we have the second crew that started today.
Yeah. Moving right along.
Progress is good.
We hope so.
I would move approval of, unless there's questions or. Yeah. I'd move approval of the construction payout number 7, $519,504.84.
I'll second.
Okay. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, passes.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Okay, next thing on the agenda is, discussion, Veterans Day, this Saturday, parade's at 11. So if you want to stop, come up, see the parade. I think they're starting at about, say 10:30 or so at Gillen and Howell. Is that right? And so, start there and we'll go around and go to the south side of the square. We'll have that. Also that day is shred and electronics recycling day from 9 to 11. Is what I've got down. So it's out at the fairgrounds. So if you got any old TVs, that's where you should get them. So copiers, whatever. So those are what's going on those days. So just kind of hope to see everybody there. Okay, anything else, guys?
I did send an email out to the waterworks on possibly having a special meeting in December for last month's claims. Should just be very, very quick, 5-10 minutes. I had sent out the dates, if at all possible, for the 18th or 19th of December. I didn't know if either one of those worked for everyone.
Monday and Tuesday.
Either day's good for me.
Meeting. Would Tuesday be better for you to make sure you had enough time to get everything in order?
Probably.
I would,
Okay.
I would
Either
think,
one.
I would give yourself a little push in there.
We probably have to meet in the planning room. That's the water board and BZA and planning commission. Just the date,
That's true.
December 19th and
But that
18th.
starts at 7, right?
6 and 7.
Oh,
Water
BZA?
boards.
Oh, water board's at 6.
Water board is 6. BZA is at 7.
I could probably make it soon, I don't know if Joe could.
Yeah, 6 is fine.
No, 6 if they got a meeting.
Oh, 5, I can do 5.
On Tuesday the 19th?
Okay.
I'll do 5.
Okay.
Thank you.
Is there anything else? Okay. I'd like to have a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second?